Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 18 of my Manchester United FIFA 16 Career Mode series. First up, a training session here. Some nice improvements from players. Azevedo getting a B rating. You know he is a really bright player for us, like for the future. He's 17. When do you think I should sign him up to the first team? Maybe when he's 18, maybe a year or so in the youth squad training him. We'll have to see. What have you noticed so far that is best? I know it's still really early in FIFA 16, so it may be hard to know yet. You still got to experiment. And of course, we're still in the January transfer window. We actually get an offer from Lyon, the team we bought Lacazette from, for 40 million. And I wasn't going to listen to that at all. I could have maybe did a sneaky counter, maybe over 60 million. We could have made some profit. But yeah, Lacazette is a fantastic striker. Probably one of the best to sign in career mode because of his age. He's already one of the better strikers to use. Don't know if you want to say he's one of the best in FIFA. But how he plays in FIFA, his pace, his dribbling ability, creating ability, and of course finishing ability as well. And that he can improve a little bit. Starts, what, 24, 25? So yeah, like 5 good years in him before declining. With a bit of luck, he can hold on in his early 30s as well. So, in my opinion, that's why he is one of the best signings. So, today, we've got a game against Swansea City. And right here, Daily Blin. This is a very interesting talking point. That is a red card. It was an accidental challenge. I was trying to tackle the other guy with the ball, and I got the guy in the way. If you look there, I was trying to tackle, the ball was there, and I hit the guy who was kind of in the way. So you can do that sometimes, and when I did that, after I did, I thought this could be a red card because I tackled the guy who didn't have the ball, even though I didn't mean to do that. He got in the way of the tackle. But yeah, definitely disappointing to get the red card. But we move on here just before half time and we get a penalty. We'll check on the replay as well. It definitely was a penalty. Picks up a yellow card, Fernandez, as well. So hopefully we'll be able to take the lead before half time. You see Federico Fernandez for Swansea City giving away a penalty and picking up the yellow card for that. Deserved as well. You see here, he goes for the slide, doesn't get the ball, and it does hit his hand as well, both hands. So it could be classed as a handball for the penalty as well. But Wayne Rooney to step up. Captain of Manchester United, Wayne Rooney goes bang, and it's 1-0 before halftime at Old Trafford against Swansea City. Ideally, I thought this was going to be an easier game, but with the red card, was always going to make it a bit tough. We had to grind, but luckily we did get that goal before halftime. Usually I'll say we can push on from here, but with a red card, I want to be careful, and that's 7th goal for Wayne Rooney. Pretty decent effort, again, considering he's played centre mid quite a few times. We made a few changes here as well, but they whip in the corner. De Gea punches that away really, really well. But this man who gave away the penalty scores an amazing goal. Federico Fernandez, he's had a big game. He's been involved in all of the goals, hasn't he? Conceding the first with the penalty. But that strike for a defender, how about that? Pretty decent. Pretty decent strike. So very disappointing there because I was finding it hard to create chances, obviously, with the less man. And because of winning, or being in the lead anyway, I took off a striker. And I was just playing with the 2 wingers, so it was hard to actually create chances. But when I knew I needed to, I changed it up. Late in the game here, we have a free kick. A chance to win the 3 points. Having a red card is all gone out the window now. We have an opportunity to score from the free kick. And unfortunately, Felipe Anderson wasn't on the pitch. He would have been crucial. He's got an amazing free kick on him. It's more so his stance that's really good. But we are going to go with Memphis. Can Memphis win us the 3-point at the death? No, straight at Fabianski. But we win a corner. Hopefully, we can take this. Memphis on the ball again. Wayne Rooney with the overhead kick. He doesn't hit it sweetly as he probably could have. He's definitely hit some in the past. But unfortunately, that is basically going to be it for the game. Swansea are going to try and launch this. I think we may actually have one more opportunity though, but there is too many men back. Swansea, they thought, playing away from home, will take the draw. We'll take the draw here. They've got all the men back. I didn't give up, though, but again, there's just too many players in the way when I was trying to get a ball through. I tried to keep it in there. Maybe lucky, yeah, there was no time left, because there was Bafétimbi Gomez, I think, that was could have countered maybe. But here we're just accepting a loan offer for James Weir. Probably not going to be part of the future. We're going to have younger, actually, youth players I'm scouting that will probably replace these kind of guys, like as well Milinkovic-Savic. I'll probably get better youth scouts, or youth scouted players, goalkeepers, and in all positions, really. I want to have a very good youth squad as we go into the FA Cup today against Doncaster. Surely this will be a must-win. But yeah, on the youth squad, but look at that. Timmy Cahill has moved to Doncaster because I believe he starts as a free transfer because he plays for like a Chinese team. So that's just the way it is because those teams are not in the game. But yeah, with the youth squad, I want to get a high potential, like maximum 94 of each position. Obviously, it won't be 94 potential because they shortened down. But yeah, I want to get that of each position on the pitch. And then we'll be in a very good position going forward. And that's the kind of philosophy I want. A lot of young players coming through. Surprised that wasn't a free kick. But Rooney finds Memphis. Memphis skilling past one. He's trying to get rid of him. But he plays it back to Martial. And then Michael Carrick in space. Michael Carrick. Again, before halftime we score. Michael Carrick hasn't played too much this season. But he's going to have appearances in these kind of games. For me, this is the season where he's going to retire for Manchester United. He's a decent player. He's been a great player for Manchester United over the course, even though he may not technically retire in the game because he's going down in his attributes because of getting older. This will be his last season when he runs out of contract, and maybe we'll go play for a lower team. You don't really know who's going to pick him up. It will be great to win maybe the league, maybe the FA Cup, maybe the Champions League. Do you think I could win any of those competitions this season? Leave in your comments. But here, Cahill, he plays it to Tyson, and that's a penalty given away very disappointingly. I thought I could win the ball at Luke Shaw then. He's given the yellow card. Very disappointing. I was disappointed in myself there. Usually when I give away penalties like that, I'm really disappointed in myself. I think I could get the ball, but unfortunately, yeah, no hiding behind that. It was a penalty. He slid in there, didn't really get the ball, and that is a penalty. But if I was going to concede a goal against any player, I wouldn't mind if it's Timmy Cahill. And what a perfect penalty from the Australian and Everton legend himself. Like I said, I wouldn't mind if Timmy scores against me because he's probably my favourite player as a whole, like being Australian as well. And yeah, I suppose he could be a good free transfer if you are a lower team because he would start as a free, be able to sign on a free. So yeah, maybe. He'll be a good player to pick up. So the game is up in the air right now, which I'm really disappointed. I want to be winning these games against lower teams more convincingly. So Lacazette is on now, and that is another penalty. We get our first penalty for the game, and the second penalty for both teams in the game. And they get given a yellow card for Aaron Taylor-Sinclair. He didn't get the ball. Lacazette, too quick for him. Feet movement. And yeah, he's just ball control. He couldn't anticipate the tackle or the opponent just not being good enough to make the challenge. So Lacazette, who won the penalty, hits it perfectly in the green, and the goalkeeper didn't move. So when you aim to one side and the goalkeeper doesn't move, yeah, there is a good chance you are going to score, of course. So I was happy to get that. Like, I felt, do you have these games in FIFA where you feel like you are playing well, but you just don't absolutely dominate on the scoreline? Like, you don't smash in the goals you deserve, I feel. Or not even you deserve, because I didn't have so many chances. Just, you feel like you're creating chances, but you're not getting the shots or something like that. But eventually, you can see here, we are going to get the result. But it was one of those games, one of those interesting games where they do feel easy, but you just don't end up winning them by a big margin. But you do eventually get the job done. I suppose that's with football as well. You're not going to win every game 5-0, 4 or 5-0 is not going to happen. You have to grind out results sometimes, but also defensive performance. Only conceded one shot on target, and that would have been the penalty as well. So pretty happy that we defended for the game, even though that was expected against a team like Doncaster. And you can see the league table right now. It's really close at the top. Both ourselves and Chelsea on 41 points. It's going to be a great second half to the season. The battle for the title is probably going to be fought out between ourselves and Chelsea. So there's Conceição, the youth player. I showed you in the previous episode, didn't I? He's a really good talent for his age. 57 overall. He's got some very good potential in him. He's probably he's gonna be one of the most special guys we have come through. High hopes for him, a Brazilian as well. So really exciting lad to come through, and he gets a D. All Ds there apart from Dunn, who picks up a C. Still working on the vision and long passing for him. Two of the most important attributes for a central midfielder. And yeah, what do you think about international management? Like, I just don't consider it. Like, I want to achieve something before I even consider it. Like, I don't really think it's that amazing. I've done it in the past, but for me, it's almost a distraction. When I'm doing a career mode, I want it to be more about the career. The only way I would consider is if I do a series where I try and manage in one country and get youth players in from that country and scout them, and then maybe I'll look to manage that national team and build it that way. That could be a good idea for a future series down the track, of course. Definitely not anytime soon. But Chris Smalling, we will be looking to offer him a new contract, but I didn't want to give him that 100k. So here I was going to give the 85k to Mike, and hopefully he would accept, because it still is more. We'll just have to see if he does accept. He's been a good bit part player for us, that third choice centre-back to rotate into the team, and he's been improving. He's got some very beastly defensive stats right now, which you will see when I go through squad reports in coming episodes for the rest of the season. But yeah, one of these games where there isn't a goal before half-time, they had a header chance from Tiote. I really like Tiote as a central defensive midfielder. He's probably not a type I'd sign for a top 4 team that I want to win the title with, but it's more so his just defensive ability is really good. He's a beastly defensive midfielder. Maybe if I was a mid-table team or something, I'd sign him. Look at that, Marcos Rojo. Newcastle United is actually having a decent season in this career mode. Some decent defenders. Don't forget, they have Rojo. They signed from us, and Mbemba. Yeah, that was going to talk about Mbemba and Rojo. Pretty good central defenders there, and good in FIFA as well. So that's a big reason why they've been successful this season. They've been pretty good defensively, I would imagine, because they're higher in the table. You'll see in coming episodes as well, they're like around top 4, top 6. And De Gea had to make the save there with the cross coming in to Sissoko. And he's another type. That's something. Newcastle United, they have a really good team to do a career mode with. They've got very good FIFA players. They've got Sissoko. Who else? They got Mitrovic, the striker they signed. They've got some very nice guys in their team, like young guys that are part of the first team. Good overall, like Tovan as well. Rate him. Some decent players, so it's no surprise they're actually doing well, or doing better than you would expect, at least in this season. But here, could we have a late chance? It's Felipe Anderson, but Janma again. I actually like Janma in real life as well. I think he's a decent player, decent fullback. But can we take this last chance of the game from a corner? No. Just no one decided to header it. I didn't think the corner was too bad. I thought it looked pretty dangerous. But Sissoko with the throw in, Janmat back to Sissoko. Plays it across to Marvo, and that is going to be it. So I did want to get this final game, this 0-0, into this episode so we can get some other games. Hopefully the first game of the next episode will be a bit more exciting. So for the rest of the episode here, you can see we pick up a point there, but Chelsea have a game to play. So if Chelsea win their extra game, they will go top. They'll overtake us. So Smalling does decline the contract offer, so he probably does want that 100k. So again, it's up to, well, it's not like his contract's running out or anything. He just wants to be offered a better contract. He's got a few years left on it though. So yeah, the deadline day, there's not really too much action, but look at that on the right side. You can see Boateng has moved to Chelsea. There's pluses and minuses there because we are playing against Bayern Munich in the first knockout round in the Champions League, but of course going to Chelsea, a rival for winning the league, in the Barclays Premier League, I'm not sure if I'm going to be excited about it or not. We'll have to see. But anyway, that is it for now. Drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.